good.
That's absolutely right, and we have more mirror matchup action for you here. Incredibly exciting PvP series last time around. Very, very close, I have to say, especially in game number 1 between Pewee and Dream, but Dream able to take that series 2-0 at the end of the day, and now we're jumping into game number 2 of a ZVZ. We're spotting in the top right-hand corner of Frost, aka Not Quite Lost Temple. We have, representing Western Wolves, it's going to be none other than the Wizard Zerg, Ziktomini. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom left position as the Blue Zerg player, representing FM Esports. We have watched his journey through the bracket today. He's undoubtedly facing his toughest opponent, yet can he conquer? It is Shibbxyz.
Now, because you keep bringing it up, I'm genuinely having to take a look at all of the maps in Warcraft 3 to try and work out which one this reminds me of. But the Warcraft 3 side, this has aged so badly. They don't even have pictures up of them. Like, to look.
No, not quite, I'm afraid. It's okay, we'll get some.
Hang on, no, I've worked out which one it is. It is, hang on.
This is very exciting.
Frost Saber, but rotated vertical. That is literally the map. I'm gonna post
Frost
this
Saber.
Yeah, I posted it in
Really?
chat. This is the map this looks like. 100%. 100%.
That's not a standard map, is it?
It is. That was in the standard ladder pool.
When? Was it late on in...
Reign
was
of
it
Chaos. Reign of Chaos ladder map pictures.
Was it still in... was it still in the map pool after Frozen Throne?
I don't know.
God, I haven't played... Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's been a long time since I've played it, but I don't even remember this map. But I can...
It looks so much like it.
It actually does, doesn't it?
Yeah, you just had a look. See, it is. This is what this map was modeled on. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Well, you're probably crazy anyway. I mean, let's not go that far. But...
Okay, I am slightly crazy, but that's fine.
No, it's a very, very uncanny resemblance. I like it. So where can we buy landmines? It's a ZVZ. We can buy banelings, right? At the 2-minute mark, just get borrowed banelings.
Those are the good times. We're reminiscing so much about Warcraft 3, but Dota...
Sappers, man. So much fun.
See, Dota took me over in the Warcraft 3 era. I started off being really good at Warcraft 3, and then Dota was just like, let's be awesome, and then I got good at it. But anyway, StarCraft 2, that's where the real action's at. Best game ever made.
Is? Oh, yeah.
Not much has happened in this game. They've both taken expansions and haven't really tried to kill each other, which is really unlike Zerg players.
Well, we had a hatch first versus a pool first. I mean, Shibbxyz went for the pool first, but of course, because he went for that pool, he does get the earlier queens up, and as a direct result of this, he'll have the earlier larva injects, etc., etc., which means that the difference economically between these two openings on a practical level just isn't large at all. But otherwise, guys, we basically have identical openings from our Zerg players so far in this game.
And that's fine. Nice little simple opening. Shibbxyz is getting 8 lings out, so he's going to be a little bit more aggressive. And the Baneling nest coming down for both players. So Shibbxyz is pumping out more units. That's really the only thing to note. Zikto, he's just sitting there just like, I'll just make drones, because drones are the greatest thing I can ever make. It's kind of, that's the liquid red style of playing Zerg. It's just drone at all points, unless you have to defend. And then drone a bit more and make some static defense.
Yeah, no, it's a great way to play. I mean, if you can get, once you get your economy up to a point where you can actually afford to start steamrolling those units in, that's really where you start getting the aggression. But speaking of aggression, a lot of units coming through now from both sides. Shibbxyz sending those early links into the mineral line of Ziktomini in the natural Zikto, responding with some links of his own. Currently in hold position in an actual, being very, very cautious with his positioning here. Trying to make sure no drones get picked apart. So far doing a decent job. If we take a quick look at the number of workers killed, 3 have been killed by Shibbxyz. But, well, I guess that puts him at a slender lead. But we have another round of drones coming in from both players now. And Ziktomini does have more coming, while Shibbxyz needs to defend the counterattack. So this is going to even out pretty quickly.
Yeah, things looking fairly similar. Shibbxyz there getting 10 lings out. He does have the nice little wall off there, a Baneling as well, which will help, but the Baneling's not quite morphing in quickly enough. Ziktomini is going to be putting on a bit of pain, cancelling the Banelings though, deciding, okay, I've done enough. I've forced a lot of units out of my opponent. If we look at the drone count, Shibby, though, is still ahead in terms of the drones, 38 to 34. Ziktomini, I don't think identified that quite yet, but does have his lair on the way, and 9 drones about to pop out.
Yep, he is droning very, very hard. He just got there enough to see that there were some links forced from Shibby, and then went, well, I've got my layer coming. I can drone up behind this and really try and squeeze some sort of advantage here. The layer is about to complete. He's got his Roach Warren on the way as well, in addition to an Evolution Chamber, placed in a very nice location, by the way, behind his mineral line, to prevent Zerglings from being able to freely run backwards and forwards should there be a run-by. And it looks like he wants to be very, very aggressive very soon. 20 lings on the way, Roach Warren nearly complete, and lair now already done.
Yeah, this is looking very nice for Zikto if he holds off this next bit of aggression with that lair down. Ziktomini getting the getting the Roach Warren down, but Shibby pushing him with quite a few units, but with a great flank from those Zerglings of Ziktomini. He's able to hold off, but there's that one Baneling. The one lone Baneling being very threatening. Does get taken out though, and now Ziktomini should be able to clean this up. But at what cost, Jonasa? 7 drones have been killed this game by Shibby, taking the drone count to be exactly the same.
Oh, and could he be going straight up to Hive? If the drone count is exactly the same and these players are more or less on even footing, then guess what? That quick infestation pit from Ziktomini could prove to be very, very interesting as the game continues to go on here. We see a third base being taken from Shibby and Zikto now in response. And instead of... Ooh, never mind, we have another engagement at the natural, and it looks like Shibby's fancying his chances here.
Yeah, Shibby's putting on the pain. He sees the infestation bit, knows the tech's coming up, and therefore tech is there. There's not going to be as many units. Shibby's streaming some lings up into the main base. He's getting everywhere at once.
Yep,
this is really difficult to deal with.
This is the big part of the engagement here. Shibby needs to focus down some drones in the main rather than chase the queen around or anything like that. That'll be most effective. We have hold position on the natural. It's not going to be enough, and Shibby beats Ziktomini. The Wizard Zerg falls in game number 1.